What's up, multicultural people of YouTube? So I want to talk to you guys about race, ethnicity, and whatnot, right? Now, this is gonna be a little bleak, so I want to talk to you guys about certain things in regards to race and ethnicity, right? Let's say you're an individual that was raped. Doesn't matter, male, female, that's not what I'm asking, but an individual that's raped. Is it appropriate for you to name the name of the person that violated you? Whether it was rape, whether it was violence, whether it was anything at all that just violated you as a person, whether through violence, through sexual means, through conning you, through stealing your identity, anything at all. Do you think it's appropriate for you to name that individual and to let other people know that this particular person did this, and for that, fuck them, let's shame them, because I'm a person that really believes in shaming people, that really believes in calling people out, that I believe this is a form of punishment and a form of a solution to a problem, right? By degrading a person, by shaming them, you can hopefully put them on the right track. Obviously, based on how severe their crimes are. So, do you think it's okay to name that person by name? And if so, which I personally believe it's your right. Yeah, fucking Joe Blow fucking did this. It's your right to say this. You know, why not? Right? Now, the next question arises is it okay for you to say their race? If they were Caucasian, if they were black, if they were Hispanic, if they were Chinese, if they were Native American, if they were whatever specific thing that describes this person physically, right? Racially and just racially and whatever the fuck, right? So is it also okay to say the class of person they're coming from? Like this was from a person from the lower class. They were from the hood. They were a gang member. They were a Nazi. They were any other fucking social construct we can apply to them. Do you think it's okay to also say this and attach it to them? Like when you watch the news, for example, and they say like this Caucasian male or Hispanic or black or Asian or whatever the fuck ever, this gray person walked into the store, robbed it, shot 3 innocent people, including the clerk, killed them all over $3.45 fucking cents. Do you think it's okay to attach that as well to their name? Like when you watch news and they show this, right? And then they show the video. Is it okay for them to also show that? Is it okay to also say it's a male or it's a female that did this, right? Then, on top of that, is it okay for you to, and the reason why I'm saying is I made a recent video about India and how they're calling everybody and telling them, you know, your social security number has been turned off, as if that's a bad thing. Like, if you turn off my social security number, I don't have to pay taxes, dude. You know, do you even realize how social security numbers work? You can't turn that motherfucker off, bro. Right? Is it okay to say India is doing this? Indians from India are doing this, the same way they say, like, China is doing whatever the fuck ever, if Russia is on social media and is convincing people to vote Republican rather than Democrat. You know, is it okay for you to say Russia or Russians or Ukraine or Ukrainians or China or Chinese, Vietnam, Vietnamese, North Korea, North Koreans, right? Is it okay to say all these things? And the males of North Korea, the upper class, the elite in control, the royalty, the ruling elites. Is it okay? How much okay is it to specify the victimizers, right? And how much of it bleeds off to the everyday common citizen, the common normal human being that just wants to go to work, come home, married with kids, wants the best for their children, and you know what, they're being bombarded with, you know what, just because, like, I have kids and my kids are in school and I go to work every fucking day. I don't want to hear this nonsense about, you know what, black people and the crime rate in regards to black. I don't fit in that if I'm black. Or Caucasians. I don't fit in that even though I'm Caucasian. Chinese, Indian, whatever the fuck. I don't fit in that. I'm just a normal 99% of people. Normal. I just want to go to the grocery store, shop for food, go to work. I want the least amount of problems in my household. I want to raise my kids right. I want to just be an everyday normal human being. I want to worry about my mail arriving on time and if my grass is cut on time. I want the biggest problem in my life to be that the postman accidentally put my mail in the mailbox across the street. That's the biggest problem I want to have in my life. I'm just a normal Joe Schmo trying to raise a family in whatever the fuck country. So, therefore, that being said, me being Joe Schmo, how much of it is okay for you to say, you know what, most people that commit violent crimes are males. Okay, that might be a fact, but I don't fit in that. So why the fuck are you mentioning this on mainstream, on the news, on the whatever the fuck, right? Because I don't fit in this. But yet, somehow this is staining me as a human being. So if male and female, which is the biggest divider of human beings, right? Because close to 50-50, right? You have 50% of males, 50% of females in the world. And then the next divider would be nationality, or probably race, and then nationality. So whether good or bad, whether positive or negative, right? Is it okay for you to stain me with this umbrella of comments, facts, things that aren't facts, that are opinions? Is it okay for you to stain me as from my sex, from my race, then my nationality, then my culture, then my class, then my job title, then my marriage status, right? My whether I have kids, the type of friends I have, right? And like, how specific can you get where it's inappropriate, right? For the average person that's just Joe Schmo, follows the law, doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Is the news naming people like fucking Joe Schmo robbed the liquor store, killed 3 innocent people, including the clerk, including someone on the way out, robbed their fucking car. His name is Joe Schmo. He is fucking, let me be more specific. What can I fucking say? He is specifically Armenian. And I'm saying that because I'm Armenian, right? So he's specifically a male Armenian in his 20s, specifically early 20s, and then specifically he's balding, specifically he's 8 foot tall, specifically he's married, his wife's name is whatever the fuck ever, and he has 2 kids. Like, how specific until it's like, bro, you know, you're encroaching on the masses now, on the average people that have nothing to do with nothing, bro. Like, you're kind of encroaching and putting a bad name and a bad sticker on these people for no fucking reason, right? Like, 99% of everyone are just normal. I don't care if you're upper class, middle class, lower class. I don't care if you're from the projects or if you're from fucking Bel Air. You know what I'm saying? You're just the everyday fucking person, bro. You're not the 1% that's stirring up the pot in any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form. From the top of the class to the bottom of the lower class. It's 1% that's doing all this shit. So for the 99%, what is appropriate? I really want to know, because this is something that really this is a question I've had for a long time. Like, me personally, like, we all get these calls from India. Your social security number has been turned off. I'm your doctor's office. I'm your Medicare, Medi-Cal. I'm your your car dealer, and your car's warranty is expired. You know what? Your computer has a virus. I'm from US Bank. I'm from anywhere and any fucking thing to rob a fucking penny out of you, right? But is it okay for me to say fucking Indians from India are fucking doing this to us Americans in America, right? So how much of this is okay? How much of it is legitimate for me to be like, you know what, I'm the victim, and therefore I should be able to point out the person victimizing me, or the people victimizing me, or the culture, or the class, or the race, or the ethnicity, or the, you know what I'm saying, from minuscule, minimal problems to severe. I'm talking about from people just fucking constantly calling me and telling me my car warranty is expired, to they're genociding me and my people. I'm literally in the middle of a fucking genocide, and we need help. How much of it is okay for me and other people? Like, we need to really decide specifically what is okay and what is not. And I think if this discussion is had on a large enough scale, and we decide that, you know what, under these circumstances, it's okay to say, you know what, this group of people, whoever the fuck they are genociding this group of people. But you know what? It's not okay to say, 1.5 billion Indians from India are at fault for 20,000 Indians calling America with machines and saying, trying to con them out of money. Like, that's not okay for you to, because of these 20,000 bad apples, to stain 1.5 billion people. Right? Like, we need to discuss this and figure this out. Is it okay to say, just because someone robbed a place and murdered people in cold blood and didn't give a fuck about their life, the law, their safety, other people's safety, like including these school shootings, right? Is it okay to say the person's name, show their picture? Because when it comes to that, I feel like that should be private. I think as soon as they name people's names, like Joe Schmo shot up, Robb Elementary School and killed 20 elementary kids, like, by the fact that you're putting up this person's name and picture, you're bringing recognition to him, which is exactly what this person wanted, of which other fucking psychopaths and nutcases like him are gonna do the same thing, hoping you put their name on blast. Because good, bad, or indifferent, long as they go into the history books, then they achieve their goals. And by naming them and showing their pictures, you kind of did exactly what they wanted. Whatever they wanted occurred. Good, bad, or indifferent. So I feel like there needs to be this discussion where we figure it out and are more honed and sensitive to these topics and how they apply to the majority, to the individuals, and to the minority. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? I really want to know what you guys think, because this is a really deep conversation. It might seem superficial at the beginning, but once you go into details and break it down, it's not so superficial. These things actually have effects on people's lives. And I'm talking about the 99% everyday person that just wants to live their life and just go to work, come home, raise a family, and be a normal, productive human fucking being. Nothing more, nothing less. They don't want to harm anybody, and they don't want to be harmed. They just want consistency. Good old consistency. Right? Don't rock the boat. Don't stir the pot. Just continuously just go to work, provide for their family, be normal, productive human beings, be good Christian, Catholic, Muslim, Jewish, atheist, agnostic, Luciferian people, just being normal fucking human beings. You get what I'm saying? So what are your opinions? I'd really love to know, because this is a topic that I think isn't discussed and should be discussed. And I think this is one way of improving relations amongst different cultures and different people. We live in America. We're a multicultural country. American is not a race. It's not a face. We're American, man, and we come in all shades and colors. It's like the army, I forgot what movie it is, but it's like you're no longer white, you're no longer black, you're now green. You're light green, you're dark green, you're fucking green. You're a Marine, right? Like, we're Americans. None of that shit no longer applies. So I'm curious to know what you people have to say and what you people think. I'd love to hear even the unconventional, out of the box, you're not the majority, I still want to hear what you think, because those are the things, conversations I want to have with those people that have unique opinions, right? Like, your unique opinion matters. I want to hear it. Please, in the comment section, I want to have a discussion. Curious to know. You guys have a nice day. Peace.